Don't be fooled! Not everything in London is happy.
Finding the happiest places in London. What could go wrong? Spoiler alert, everything. You know, people always told me London was grey and dreary, but I was determined to prove them wrong.
London's happiest neighborhood. This is the best fish and chips in London.
So in this episode, I'm setting out to uncover the colorful, quirky, and dare I say happy side of this city you've never seen before, even if we don't make it back to America.
If you learn one thing from this video, learn from our mistake.
Welcome to London! So London is notoriously known for being a bit dreary, maybe depressing, seasonal things that you get from the cloudy weather. But I'm gonna show you that London can be the happiest place on earth, starting here in Richmond, which is known as the happiest place in all of London. We're gonna have a grand adventure, so cheerio, mate. I don't know if that means hello or goodbye, but let's go. Richmond upon Thames is a dreamy borough in southwest London with quaint cottages and a perfect village-like charm.
Richmond is the happiest place in all of London because it's cute, because it's in nature, and maybe because the Ted Lasso pub is right there. Ted Lasso was filmed here, and if you know Ted Lasso, an inspirational character who's often spreading joy.
I think that's what it's all about, embracing change.
All right, let's go get a pint.
And it's fun even if you know nothing about Ted Lasso or football, like me.
When in London, you've got to do the beer. The bartender says they've been drinking ale for centuries in London. So we asked, what kind of beer do you recommend? And it was the ale.
And there are some cliche things you have to do in London, and this famous dish did not disappoint.
This is the best fish and chips in London.
It's my first and last fish and chips in London. I don't think it gets any better than this.
Now, I know you've seen Buckingham Palace like 8,000 times on the internet, so let's keep this quick. It's grand, royal, and yeah, that's actually about it. But make sure to check out the classics, Big Ben, the London Eye, and of course, the royalty-adjacent birds. Behind me is the very famous Buckingham Palace, where the royals live. Did you know Buckingham Palace has 775 bedrooms? I think you'd be surprised to know that London is actually the 33rd happiest city in the world. What do you think? Maybe if you lived here.
This is platform 9 3/4. This would make a lot of people happy, but I'm gonna say it's a massive tourist trap. It's a really long wait, but here it is if you're interested in Harry Potter.
And after a whirlwind of the usual spots, I finally struck gold.
Right now we're in Covent Garden, which is very famous for its arts and crafts. It's a cute little shopping district.
We found Neal's yard, a place bursting with color and pure joy.
A lot of the architecture in London is dreary, proper, and posh. Not in this little hidden alleyway, Neal's yard. You can get lunch. It's just a happy, fun way to brighten up your day with a punch.
And nothing says happiness quite like a scene out of your favorite rom-com.
This is Notting Hill, London's happiest neighborhood. I mean, just look at the buildings. Come on. Colorful, beautiful, quaint. It's my favorite, famous for the movie and the bookstore, which we're about to show you. And this is the bookstore where Hugh Grant worked, where he met Julia Roberts' character in the movie.
I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy.
As you can see, people are gathered around. It's a bit of a tourist trap, but it's still cool.
Asking him to love her.
Behind me is the blue door from the movie Notting Hill. As you can see, many people are lining up around the block to get a photo.
Come to Notting Hill and the Portobello Market. There's street food, there's vintage items.
The market is actually one of Time Out's best things to do in London, so definitely come check it out when you're here.
And here's a dinner spot so unique, you have to climb just to take your seat.
This is the Jam in Chelsea, the coolest restaurant. If you can see people climb up the stairs, it's like an industrial 2-level restaurant. And we're on the top level right now. But it is so cool. Even the servers have to come and like climb the stairs to give you your food. One of the most unique places to eat in London. This is like a truffle meat gnocchi. Absolutely amazing.
Make sure to get a reservation. This place is a hot commodity, especially if you want to sit on the top like this. When talking about the happiest places in London, you gotta think what makes somebody happy when they come to London. Number one, you gotta have Indian food. You gotta have a pint and come to a cute place like this. And you need some classy jazz music. This does all in one. If you wanna be happy when you come to London, come to the old Ivy House.
If you want to live your best cottagecore life, you must check into the Petersham Hotel in Richmond. It's giving Jane Austen and Bridgerton realness.
Welcome. It's like staying in a piece of history here. It's absolutely beautiful and so special.
It's the kind of place where you feel like you should be wearing a long silk robe and dramatically reading poetry. The Petersham has hosted royalties, dignitaries, and celebrities. It honestly feels wrong anyone's even allowed to stay here, even you. I mean, it is magical, I am not complaining. And their sandwich, it'll change your life.
Staying here in Richmond is like the happiest place on earth to me because you come to England and you want the countryside feel, so you get that itch scratched. It was actually built as a cottage in the 1600s. You also are so close to central London. It feels like you're staying in somebody's beautiful English countryside castle, really.
And right when you think this place can't get more enchanting, you step outside to see the gardens and immediately decide you're Cameron Diaz in The Holiday.
Right here is the hotel, and this is the Petersham Meadows. It's this big, beautiful, grassy meadow where wild cows roam, where you stay and just enjoy scenery in Richmond because you're getting out of London and getting a more quiet, serene vibe.
And the best part? This place overlooks the famous Thames River.
So this is the Thames River, which has been flowing through London for 2,000 years. Such an iconic symbol for London because it was a trade route for the Romans. It provided a route for industrial shipping and was just a huge part of the development of London itself. Most of London's drinking water comes from the Thames River as well. So we came all the way across the world to see the deer in Richmond Park, the British deer. If you haven't seen our video on Nara, Japan, click up here. That's where you see the deer that bow to you when you give them a treat. Very respectful. So we want to compare the differences. Maybe they're a bit sarcastic and snarky here.
In 1625, King Charles moved his entire court out here to Richmond during the London Great Plague. And then he stocked this place with about 2,000 beautiful red deer that are now famous and what this place is known for.
I'm keeping my distance, but there's two beautiful ones right here. They seem friendly. He keeps putting his antlers in the ground. I'm not sure what that means. Hello, mate. Is that Australian?
You really won't be able to get enough of Richmond, like this place.
This is the Hollyhock Cafe. A lot of people recommend this on TikTok, and it's really, really peaceful and beautiful. Oh my goodness, hi.
Richmond is also home to some very famous residents, including Mick Jagger, Sienna Miller, and Sir David Attenborough. That calm, soothing voice in those animal documentaries.
I am David Attenborough.
Something I find refreshing as an American is all of these gates are just open. In LA, these would all be shut off and you would have zero access to anything nice there.
You just might live in a fancy schmancy house like this, posh life with a beautiful tea in the morning with your crumpets.
Here we are right now in downtown Richmond. Lots of cute shops and pubs and restaurants.
On the continued hunt for happy, we landed on this artsy gem.
So we're in the Clerkenwell neighborhood, which is the artistic, creative neighborhood. And the quirkiest, most fun cafe here is actually at the Zetter. Let's go check it out. This is like the quirkiest, most adorable little place. Anyone can come here and have breakfast, lunch, coffee. It's just so cute. And if you're in Clerkenwell, you have to go to Sessions Arts Club if you're looking for a really unique, amazing restaurant.
And just when I thought we had won the happy contest, the city reminded us who's really in charge.
Don't be fooled! Not everything in London is happy.
We got robbed in London.
There are thieves running rampant in this town.
Phone snatching is on the rise and it's a crime police are desperate to get a grip on.
It's ironic that we're making a video on London's happiest places because every minute 4 phones are stolen due to theft and pickpocketing, and this happened to me. Just last night, walking around Soho, I had a cell phone in this very front pocket, and I was hanging around celebrating. The guy comes right up from behind and bumps into me. And I was too nice to him. I said to him, "Oh, I'm so sorry to have bumped into you." Then he stumbles off drunk. We're about to get in our cab. Maybe 60 seconds later, we noticed that the phone had been swiped out of our pockets. Ellie, pop, 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 pop. She goes, "Check, find my iPhone." We blast down the street looking after him. We're starting to see charges on my credit card because attached to my cell phone is my ID, my credit cards, everything you could ever imagine. We were up until 7 a.m. calling all the different credit card companies. Also, make sure to file a police report if this happens. We did. They told us at the end of the conversation it was unlikely they would find our cell phone or any of my belongings. She did say that most of the time These iPhones end up in China.
A new thing in London happened to our friend. People will be riding bicycles and they will swipe your phone right out of your hand.
At this point, all we wanted to do was cry. So luckily, we had a comfy and awesome place to do just that.
Okay, here we are.
For a classic city stay, the Marrables Hotel feels something straight out of Abbey Road. Like, so cool, where the Beatles would have stayed.
The best part about this room is the amazing view. Up here on the 5th floor, you all get a balcony view that you can go up on. And another feature I love is the TV.
Watching The Holiday while on holiday in London. Talk about happy.
Sometimes happiness is a front row seat to your past.
So right across from me, by pure luck, Heather's the Musical is playing right now for only 1 week. And I originated Heather McNamara in that play, so this is very, very, very special. It's not the happiest musical, but it's a happy time if you go.
We met up with my new friend Daisy, and suddenly everything felt full circle.
I've been a fan of yours for years, ever since I heard about Heather's. And it's very weird to meet you in person all these years later and like realize that you're just a normal human like all of us. And it's so amazing that this show brought us all together. Seeing how much it impacted you made me really grateful to be here. Remember how lucky we are to get to do what we love every day on stage and just make all those people out there happy every day.
Hey, yo, Western Bay!
Can I take a selfie with you really quick? Oh my god.
Thanks, guys, for treating me like a Broadway legend. Don't worry, I won't let it get to my head. I came to London looking for the happiest places. Turns out, it's not a place. It's a moment and all the little magic in between. But if happy was a place, I actually did find it. In a sleepy little village in the English countryside, home to a silly old bear named Winnie the Pooh.
This is where the 100 Acre Wood is, the actual 100 Acre Wood.
But you're gonna have to wait until next week to see more of that. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you're clearly doing it wrong. I had to add some British snarky humor in there somewhere, right? Cheerio!